Overcoming Anxiety with Stoic Wisdom. Greetings to all the viewers following the video on the Stoic Self channel. Dear friends, modern life, with its fast pace and mounting pressures, has become fertile ground for the widespread growth of anxiety and stress. Anxiety is not just a temporary feeling, it can persist, quietly eroding health and stealing away each person's inner peace. Amid this unceasing grind, the desire to find an effective method to free oneself from the clutches of worry and achieve tranquility is something everyone hopes for. Among the countless life philosophies, there is a system of thought that has endured for thousands of years and remains a guiding light for those seeking inner peace: Stoic philosophy. Stoicism offers a different perspective on life, helping us to control our reactions and emotions when facing life's difficulties and challenges. What's remarkable is that, despite its ancient origins, this philosophy retains its value and power in modern life, where feelings of anxiety seem to have become an inseparable part of daily existence. This video will take you on a journey of discovering the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, its core principles, and how they can help you find peace, even in stormy times. Stoic philosophy emerged in the 3rd century BCE, inspired and developed by great minds such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. These Stoic philosophers left a profound legacy with their timeless thoughts on how humans can seek peace and happiness amid life's turbulent flow. They believed that true happiness and tranquility do not come from external factors, but from each person's attitude and approach to life's events. Stoicism offers a unique perspective: people should learn to find happiness within themselves, from their own minds and way of thinking, rather than relying on external factors that are always changing and difficult to control. When we place our hopes and joy in things beyond our reach, disappointment is inevitable. But if we know how to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and responses to difficulties, we can steadfastly weather any storm. One of the core values of Stoic philosophy is the ability to master our emotions and clearly distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most representative figures, once shared a famous saying: "We cannot control everything that happens in life, but we can control how we respond to it." This is not just a philosophical statement but a guiding principle that helps people maintain their peace in any situation. In life, many events happen unexpectedly and are beyond our control: the weather, others' opinions, or even changes in the economy and society. Stoicism teaches that instead of letting these external factors make us anxious or upset, we should focus on the only thing we can truly hold on to: our own thoughts and emotions. By controlling our internal reactions, we are no longer victims of circumstance but become proactive in facing every event. Thus, Stoic philosophy becomes a tool to help us confront anxiety, stress, and even deep-seated fears. The Stoics did not deny human pain or suffering, but they encouraged us to perceive it objectively and focus on facing it rather than trying to escape it. This is the path Stoicism guides us on, helping people delve deeply into their inner world, grow stronger from within, and find peace regardless of circumstances. To apply Stoicism in reducing anxiety, we need to follow a few basic principles. 1. Distinguish between what you can control and what you cannot. In life, there are many things beyond our control, from the thoughts and actions of others to unexpected events and societal changes. Sometimes, these external factors can bring about considerable difficulties and worries. However, Stoic philosophy reminds us that wasting time and energy trying to control what cannot be changed will only increase stress and diminish our inner peace. Instead, focus on what is within your power: your own thoughts, attitudes, and actions. Imagine life as a long journey across the vast ocean. And each of us as a ship. Difficulties and challenges will emerge like storms. Sudden large waves. If you constantly worry and focus on the strength of the waves, you will only drain your precious energy, lose control, and be easily swept away. But if you direct your attention to steering the ship, focusing on yourself, on what you can change and master, you will be able to navigate through the storms safely and calmly. Stoic philosophy. Through the teachings of philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, guides us to focus on our inner strength. They show that while the outside world is constantly shifting and changing, when we maintain control over our thoughts and emotions, we can face any adversity without losing our inner peace. As Epictetus said, we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. Living in the spirit of Stoicism does not mean denying the unfortunate things that happen in life, rather, it means understanding our limits and focusing our minds on what truly matters, ourselves. When you begin to shift your focus from uncontrollable factors to managing your mind and attitude, you will feel a renewed sense of control. And the worries about life's storms will gradually fade. Thus, each time you encounter life's storms, you can choose to hold firmly to the helm and focus on steering your own ship. This is the power that Stoic philosophy brings, self-mastery and inner peace, allowing you to face any difficulty with resilience. The journey to finding inner peace, though not easy, will ultimately free you from anxiety and help you live a peaceful and meaningful life, regardless of the storms around you. 2. Facing anxiety instead of avoiding it. Stoic philosophy teaches us a powerful and realistic approach to life, to accept and confront all our emotions. Whether joy, sadness, or anxiety. In moments of stress or fear, our instinct often compels us to evade, conceal, or ignore our feelings. However, Stoicism encourages a completely different approach, to confront our emotions directly. To look at our anxieties and acknowledge them honestly. When you accept the existence of anxiety and take the time to understand it, you begin to uncover its root causes. Stoicism does not teach us to push away negative emotions by pretending they don't exist. Instead, it encourages us to explore why these emotions arise. For example, if you feel anxious about an interview or an important project, ask yourself, where does this anxiety come from? Is it the fear of failure, the desire for perfection, or the pressure of expectation? By understanding the source, you gain the opportunity to view your anxiety objectively and to develop positive strategies to relieve it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This statement contains a profound lesson about mastering one's thoughts and emotions. Sometimes, the difficulty lies not in the actual situation we face but in our perception of it. When we realize that anxiety and fear largely stem from our mindset, we open up a new path, a path of changing our way of thinking to control emotions rather than letting emotions control us. For instance, if you are feeling anxious about a situation that hasn't occurred yet, ask yourself, is this feeling really necessary? Is the mind creating unrealistic, negative scenarios, or exaggerating things? Stoicism advises us to focus on the present and to avoid worrying excessively about an uncertain future. By changing our perspective and focusing on what we can control, the feeling of anxiety will gradually ease, replaced by calm and self-control. When you practice accepting and facing your emotions, you will discover that anxiety can also be a teacher, helping you understand yourself on a deeper level. These moments of self-confrontation, though challenging, Lay the foundation for inner growth. Stoicism does not promise to eliminate anxiety completely. But it helps you turn it into motivation. Into a valuable lesson on the journey of growth and self-discovery. Imagine your emotions as waves on the surface of the sea. Waves may be big or small, fierce or gentle, but they will pass. When you accept each wave, each emotion, without resisting it, you will find yourself calmer and stronger, able to overcome anxieties and move closer to inner peace. Stoicism, therefore, is not merely a way of living, but a key to finding freedom from the very things that make you anxious. 3. Living in the present. Stoic philosophy teaches us an important truth about the nature of anxiety. Most of our worries stem from overthinking about what has yet to come in the future or dwelling on things that happened in the past. When we are constantly consumed by thoughts about the future, uncertain and yet to happen, or haunted by past events we cannot change, we lose the peace of the present moment. This loss, in turn, intensifies our anxiety because we are not truly living in the present moment. Instead, we exist in a vague realm of things we cannot control. Stoicism, on the other hand, encourages us to live fully in the present, to focus on each moment and appreciate what is happening around us. In this way, every second becomes meaningful and valuable, rather than just a step toward awaiting something else. When you are fully dedicated to what you are doing in the present, life becomes lighter, and anxiety has no room to creep into your mind. Imagine each day in your life as a small journey. You wake up in the morning without needing to worry about what will happen tomorrow or about the mistakes you made yesterday. Every moment of the present, from the first sunlight you see, the coffee you enjoy, to the tasks ahead, are all moments you can fully experience. Stoicism helps you understand that putting your entire focus on the present moment gives you the strength to handle whatever comes next. You are no longer held back by the ghosts of the past or by unrealized fears of the future. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, advised that we should live as though today were our last day, not to be afraid, but to savor each moment fully. Ask yourself, if today were your only day to live, would you spend it worrying about things that may or may not happen? Or would you dedicate that time to truly living and experiencing? By living each day fully, we come to realize that worries about the future and past are not worth expending so much energy and time on. Instead of sinking into anxiety, Stoic philosophy reminds us to focus on what we are doing now, completing it with mindfulness and responsibility. In doing so, each day becomes a part of the larger picture you are painting. Each moment becomes a stroke, a color you can control and appreciate. For instance, if you are working, pay full attention to your task. Instead of worrying about distant results, if you are conversing with someone, truly listen and enjoy the moment, rather than letting your mind drift to unnecessary concerns. Stoicism is not just a philosophy to live by, it is a gentle reminder that you can indeed live a peaceful, stable life amid the world's turbulence by cherishing each moment. Every present moment holds more value than past events and things yet to come. By focusing on the present, you will see that things that once made you anxious or troubled no longer hold the same meaning. And in this way, peace and joy will naturally come to you, a joy that doesn't depend on external circumstances, but arises from within you. 4. Cultivating positive thinking and gratitude. Stoic philosophy is not a naive optimism nor an invitation to always see life through rose-colored glasses. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to practice gratitude and view life with a balance of realism and positivity. It reminds us that in any situation, whether difficult or favorable, there are always things to be grateful for and lessons to learn. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius have shown that when we focus on gratitude, life becomes lighter and more meaningful, and anxiety gradually dissipates, replaced by inner peace. Life's challenges often come unannounced and can sometimes make us falter. Stoicism teaches that rather than complaining or succumbing to difficulties, we should view them as opportunities to strengthen and grow. Challenges are not roadblocks but valuable stepping stones that help us mature. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I become better through this experience? These questions will help you turn every obstacle into motivation for growth. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, once wrote, "Think of the good things you have, and be grateful for them. But do not cling to them greedily, appreciate them and be ready to let them go." This advice reminds us that gratitude is not only about appreciating what we have, but also accepting that everything in life is temporary. When we recognize this, we appreciate each moment and every opportunity, while no longer feeling burdened when something has to pass. A simple way to practice gratitude in daily life is to spend a few minutes each day writing down at least 3 things you feel grateful for. These don't have to be grand events, but rather small, simple joys: a delicious meal you prepared yourself, a warm conversation with a friend, or the peaceful feeling of unwinding after a long day. This gratitude practice will help you see that there are always positive things in life, no matter the circumstances. When you start to view the small aspects of life with gratitude, you will gradually change your perspective on the world around you. You will no longer be easily swept into negative thoughts or anxieties over things beyond your control. Instead, you will feel peace and fullness in your present life, helping you build a resilient spirit to face the challenges ahead. Thus, Stoicism is not only a way to confront difficulties but a key to living a peaceful and meaningful life. When you practice gratitude, you not only reduce anxiety but also create a deep, lasting relationship with yourself, realizing that happiness is not something to be sought externally but has been within your heart and mind all along. Dear friends, Stoic philosophy is not a magical cure that can dispel all anxiety overnight, but it is a powerful tool that helps us understand and face our complex emotions. Stoicism encourages us not to run from anxiety but to learn to accept and overcome it with resilience and tranquility. By applying Stoic principles to life, we gradually build a steadfast spirit that helps us face whatever storms life may bring. Anxiety will no longer be a haunting presence, no longer a shadow overpowering the mind, but instead, it becomes a natural part of the journey. With Stoicism, each challenge is an opportunity to train oneself, to grow, and to find inner strength. This is the path to true peace, a sense of serenity that cannot be shaken by anything external, regardless of how life changes. If you find value in these Stoic principles and want to explore more ways to overcome anxiety, build a strong and peaceful spirit, please hit subscribe to the channel. Join us in exploring more about Stoic philosophy and how it can transform your life in a deep and lasting way.